I'll define my terms, right? The way I judge things, because the questions that we ask, we have some kind of view to it, some kind of view to it, and I want to actually define that. The way I define a tribe is a group of people who share a similar idea. That's just basically how I define a tribe. Who share a basic idea, a similar tribe. It doesn't matter if it is one. If a football club, Chelsea football club, Chelsea football fans, they're a tribe. Man U football club, they're a tribe. Arsenal, the way the police are, they are tribal, all right. They are our brothers in blue or black in Nigeria. Yeah. So that is how I actually. It is simple. It is just a group of people that actually share a similar idea. They share a similar idea. They believe in a similar idea. A religious group is a tribe. A football club is a tribe, and that is basically it. And ethnicity is kind of more complicated than that. It is about a group of people that are actually people say ethnicity can actually be diluted, and it is actually arbitrary or it is an abstract. No, it's an abstraction. No, I don't believe it's an abstraction. I think it is down to the bones. I mean, down to your genetics. I could speak Hausa, doesn't make me an Hausa man. I could speak Yoruba or Igbo or whatever, doesn't make me Yoruba man. Or doesn't make me belong to that tribe. I could speak French, doesn't make me French. Of course, that is nationality, and that is actually there is ethnicity. That is nationality. That is ethnicity. I could become a Korean by nationality. I'm not Korean by my ethnicity, So and I would have to actually sleep with a woman or a man. I mean, they will probably, because I'm a man, right? A woman to actually give birth to a child, maybe half Korean and to actually become a Korean, right? Ethnically Korean, or half Korean or and half African. And another thing is the way I define tribalism. Tribalism is simply judging a person by their group. It is simple. To me, it is that simple. You judge a person by their group. It is simple. I mean, it doesn't matter if it is that is a word online that Yoruba lokan or Igbo lokan or Hausa lokan, or like we should actually do some sort of rotational presidency. That to me is just a tribal wheel that we spinning, right? We are spinning it by group by group. It is not like that to me is not individualism. That to me is a tribal wheel. You can say representation matters. You can say representation matters. You can say whatever it matters or whatever. We should actually. That to me is tribalism, because you are judging a person by their group, not just by their individual characteristics. You could say an Igbo man is the next person to become the president, and you could find a Yoruba or an Hausa man or a Efik man or Yoruba man that is actually more qualified than the Igbo man. If you insist that the Igbo man is the person that is actually more qualified, or it's just vice versa, that you say it is a Yoruba man that is next, and I say it's a Yoruba man that is next, and you find an Igbo man that is more qualified, and you say, no, it is because the Yoruba man is next. To me, that is tribalism, irrespective of what. Now you can say that some tribalism are okay, that representation matters, but we have to actually spin the wheel so that everyone will be satisfied. To me, it is still tribalism, just a wheel of tribalism, just a wheel of tribalism. And that's just basically my terms, and I would like to hear from you how you define those terms, how you see those, what I just said, and your opinion about what I just said. Tribalism, right? What a tribe is.
Let me first start with ethnic group,
Yeah.
So according to Google, ethnic group just means a community population made of people who share a common cultural background. That's ethnic group, right? So if we don't share a common background, we are not in the same ethnic group. You understand? So Yoruba is an ethnic group, is a race. People who share a common background in language, in culture, in the mood of dressing, and the way they eat, and in terms of still culture when it comes to respect. We know Yoruba people are always respectful, So this is an ethnic group. So there's nothing wrong to be tribal. It's Nigeria that makes it look as if being tribal. It's before I even go to the word tribal, let me give it me a tribal. Tribal just mean It just means relating to a strong sense of loyalty to one's own tribe. So there's nothing wrong to be loyal to your tribe. Nigeria is not growing today because we are not loyal to where we come from. There's no patriotism, the spirit of patriotism. I'll still come to Nigeria as a whole. But as a tribe, if you are not loyal to your tribe, you can't be loyal to Nigeria. Do you understand? Because patriotism and tribalism and being tribal, it's a little bit synonymous. You understand? So like I said, tribal just means relating to a strong sense of loyalty to your tribe or party or group. So if you're not loyal to your tribe, you can't be loyal to the country you come from. You can't be patriotic. And this is why you see Nigerians, they are not patriotic to the country. Because first, only few are even loyal to their tribe. You know? So like I said, there's nothing wrong being tribal. You can be tribal. You can be a tribalist. You can love your tribe. There's no crime with it. Now, because you spoke something about the election and stuff like that.
I just use that as an example. I just use that.
Yes. I just want to cover that part also before we go to your next question.
Okay.
People use that Tinubu when he was campaigning, because I'm a supporter of Tinubu. I know you have checked through my Twitter account. I support Tinubu. Tinubu, when he was campaigning, he was not saying Yoruba Lokon. Yeah, I said people tried to twist that man's word during election time. The man was not saying Yoruba Lokon. He was not talking about Yoruba people. He was saying Emi Lokon. How does Emi Lokon refer to Yoruba? You understand? He was talking to his party men.
Exactly. I've explained that to people on Twitter.
Yeah, so he was not talking to Nigeria, which is normal. He was talking to his tribe, which is his party. A party too can also be a tribe.
Yeah, just like we said.
Yeah, I'm the next in line. So people turn into Yoruba Lokon. There's nothing wrong with an Igbo man contesting. It's got forget competence. I don't know. Whenever people tell that, someone is competent, it's a lie. There's nothing like anybody is competent when it comes to leadership. That's another school of thought. That's the fact. There's nothing like someone is competent, because even though in leadership, you need people around you. No matter how competent you think you are, you need people to deliver your dreams. If they don't have the same ideology, same dreams with you, no matter how competent you are, you will fail. That's another school of thought. So when people come around with this, competent, it's not like someone. I don't want to discuss about the presidential candidate, but I always like people to understand that fact. They are all politicians. It doesn't matter. Now, if you're talking about zoning, it's a different conversation. You understand? So the man was just talking. So when you see people come online like, I want to support Tinubu, it's not because he's from Yoruba. Maybe because this is the person they know they align with. A lot of us don't know Peter Obi. We don't know him. We know Atiku. He was VP, right? And we heard what Obasanjo said about Atiku. It was not good. It was all this is on record. It's just that Nigerians, they have short memory. But Peter Obi, we don't know much about it. It's just some people just come in and tell us these guys. And what I kept asking people, like, I supported Peter Obi in 2022. If you don't know Benga, I even donated my money, 100K. Not because it was about competence, just because I felt, let us just try new hands, right? Because I don't know anything about the guy. I don't know anything. So all those stories, this is that. It's a lie from the pit of hell. You see a lot of people praising the guy to go to their old Twitter and see they blasted the guy in the past. But that's not a conversation for the day. All I'm just saying is, so people have choice to choose whoever they want to choose. If I'm choosing you because I'm from my tribe, there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make me a tribal bigot. In UK, people will vote based on who they like that aligns with their ideology. In Germany, there's a black guy that came from Uganda or something. The guy won a seat in the house. They frustrated him. Sometimes they will shoot. It will come from this. I'll find that link. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you on Twitter. You go and read it. The man had to resign. The racism was too high. These are the same Senate claims we always talk about. Because it is normal for human beings to align with people they are so sure of. Do you understand?
Okay.
It's going to be bigotry. So if you tell me Peter Obi is better than Tinubu, and I say Tinubu is better, I don't know Peter Obi. He might be better, but I don't know him. So, but you don't come and tell me the person I know. You tell me is wicked, is this, is that. I'm trying
to. I don't want us to deviate too much. You know.
I don't want to. I just have to clear that line of.
Inquiry. I understand.
That's how to clear that line. There's nothing wrong with choosing the person that you know. Just like in your family now, you know your family, and there's a competition going outside, and you know your sister or family is going for that thing. You won't go and pick on that person because you know your sister, you know the capacity of it. Now, I assume that person is better than your sister. That's a different conversation. But the person you don't know at all, you can't go and choose that person above your sister. Are you getting the point now?
Okay.
That's it. So go on. I don't want
Okay.
to.
Okay. The first thing I would say is this: that even though most of this, of course, like Yellow Show, I've been to his house, I've been to his house. I know him personally. We talk. In fact, once, but not even once or twice. I think maybe twice or so. While I was being harassed by police officers in Lagos, I mean, he was there for me, and I know him personally. Of course, yeah, and I've been to some politicians' house. In fact, I was speaking to one yesterday. Many of the politicians online actually, because of the nature of my work, I've actually spoken to them in the past. And yeah, of course, to me, I actually really know them. But even though I know them, I think it is still really possible, or don't you think that even though if we're just actually looking for uh uh if our first I've forgotten our not, I'll just use our North Star, our guidance, our foundation is competence. Let me just say competency. If our guidance, our North Star is competency, isn't it possible to just, I mean, even though you have a sister that is competing, even though you have a brother that is competing, isn't it possible to just actually scan through all of them, and scan through everyone competing and actually say, maybe this person is actually more competent than my sister, In that way, we wouldn't actually have to sacrifice acquaintancy, competency and growth for acquaintancy because we actually really know the person. Isn't this possible? Couldn't we have done the same for the presidential candidates?
Good one. I just told you, I'm a philosopher. In my school of thought, I told you, no human is competent, just like Karl Marx said.
Can't there be some people that are more competent? No one is perfect, right? Can't there be more competent than others?
I'm coming. That's like it's a school of thought. It's open to disagreement, just like Immanuel Kant said, 2 + 2 is not 4. It could be 8, it could be 10. You understand? So for me, I don't believe there's something like someone is competent.
Okay,
because
I get
I'm
you.
40, and I've been able to see a lot of past leaders that we felt this word competence. You should look at Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan was once a lecturer. This is a man that is outspoken and everything. Look at his government; it was a disaster. So I've come to understand that it matters about human development. It goes beyond competence. Sowore, I was one of his fans. I came to Nigeria to vote for Sowore. Yes, I voted Sowore in 2023. I knew he was going to win, but I didn't vote for Tinubu now.
Okay, I get it.
After election.
Okay, now, where I'm going okay. You told me you gave money to.
Yes, I supported Obi 2022. Yeah, okay. I was obedient. People have those tweets now. They even bring it out whenever I tweet. And I supported him, and I stopped supporting him when I found out it was all about tribal thing. They turned it to tribal thing. When you bring up suggestion, they say because you see your name, you ban it. Man. You understand? And that's where the problem started.
You don't think you were scarred by those people which actually drove you to actually believing it is not about competency? I mean, by the, I understand. I get
it was not about me to support the guy. I just wanted a new guy. Like I told you, I've studied Nigerians. See, Nigerians can speak English. They can be so smart. Put them on the field, they will fail. I'll tell you why. Yes. And you won't blame them because, see, there's a lot of factors that is affecting us in Nigeria. It's beyond English language. It's easier to speak English. It's very easy. It's easier to say all these things. When you get there, you now understand why these things can't work. That's a conversation with life. But someone come and tell you, you see someone is talking about this, that. It might be the worst because Nigeria goes beyond you alone. You might have a beautiful ideology, a beautiful plan. Someone will say, lie, we don't want this. And before you know, people start fighting you. If you don't go along with their thoughts, is that they scatter your government or they make it unbearable for you? There are so many factors. So it's not just easy to speak English. As I told you, that all these competence people talk about, it's just camp. You see them, they get there. They fail. Why? Why? Because of human factor. They're human.
Okay.
Human. So anybody can speak English and tell you, we think, oh, this person is best for. It's a lie. Have you tried them before? As in being a president is very fun. This is a man that even did the governor before. What was your track record that outstood other governors in Nigeria? That can say, this man, we know this man because of this thing he did in the past. I don't know the man. I just told you that it was during election time. I know he's called this guy. So he's a local champion. So
me too. I didn't know Peter Obi until the election period.
That's what I'm telling you. You could be a king among among monkeys because they're monkeys. But when you come to the global stage, you find out that you're a local champion. Look at the guy's project. The guy could not even build a school. Not until when called him out. He know how to twist it. Do we need to build school? But you could build a brewery. So these are just scams. These are just packaging. They're politicians. They speak what you want to hear. And when they get there, they will tell you why I cannot deliver. So that's why I say I don't believe in competence. But we can give people trial to go and deliver. But there's something like someone is competent and so on. We are all human. You see, that is why God has given us grace and ability. You see some people, you look at them from when they start, they could not do something, and later they even become better than the guy who thinks is the best on the team. I'm telling you. Because if you work on yourself, if you have passion for what you want to do, so it doesn't like someone is competent more than someone. We've seen a lot of there's no reigning king forever. Wizkid was reigning all these years. We have a lot of artists now that's outsmart the guy. They put a lot of millions of records now. Do you understand? So it's just about you working on yourself. So remove competence from politics. There's something like competence. It got nothing to do with competence. You just need a man that has a passion.
Okay. One thing.
A man that has a passion for leadership, not competence. A man that has a passion. Underline passion first. Do you love? Peter Obi is nowhere found in the discourse of Nigerian democracy. He doesn't have a passion for the country. You don't believe. We struggle. Have you seen? Okay, we even know Soria has always been there back to back fighting. These are people who have passion. See, when you see a man that has passion, he puts his money, energy, and time into the dream. You don't just have passion one day and just wake up, you want to have passion. He's consistent. He's consistent. Now, I will still tell you why Soria might not be able to deliver many things, even though with his passion. Because there's a lot of things that goes in place. Leadership is not just about you. It's not a kingship thing whereby you just sit down. I want A to be A. You've forgotten we have a lot of people that might say no to your A.
Yeah, I understand that.
So remove
there might be operations there.
Leadership, well, in politics, got to do with competence. Because at the end of the day, it's the most popular that wins the day. That's why just say they don't like the
couldn't you be someone who actually has the leadership with actually that, and it's just a group of people with bad ideas. You can actually have good leadership. I mean, lead a lot of people. Lead a lot of people in power. And they could actually have your respect. You could have their respect, and they just filled with bad ideas.
You have to understand you cannot have respect when you come to politics. Mandela is one of the greatest leaders, but trust me, in South Africa, not every South Africans love Mandela. I have a lot of friends who told me that he ended up in a bad way. You understand?
But isn't it possible to have a lot of people behind you? And
you can have a lot of people behind you.
And you still, and all of you are just filled with bad ideas.
But Putin is, that's what I'm saying now. Putin has a lot of people behind him. Does it make him a good person? He has a lot of followers. Trump has a lot of followers. Is Trump a body leader?
So
that's why someone said democracy is not the best form of government. Why? Because a lot of people, because they say government of the people. Sometimes the people are always wrong. It might just be minority that is right. Okay. So because you have millions of followers doesn't mean you are the right person for the job.
Okay. I want to go back to something. Tribalism, what you said, loyalty to one group, like loyalty to your group, but the thing is this, it isn't just your group that is in the country, right? Like there are many
Yes.
groups in the country. There are many tribes in the country,
Yes.
and and I would say we are actually linked. I mean, we are at least tied to all of them. Tied to all of them, right? The rest of us, we actually share a
Yes.
single identity. Of course,
Yes.
Nigeria has a national identity problem, but we share an identity that is Nigerian. We live in a multicultural society, and we are social
Yes.
animals that, and we have to actually make this country work for all of us, not just for my group, not just for my group, but for all of us. Is it
Yes.
what kind of loyalty is actually right? Would the loyalty be right if loyalty, like to my group, be right if it actually at the cost of other people's I mean ethnic group, or if at the cost of other groups, right? Is that right? Even biologically, you could actually, I mean, we are tied biologically and psychologically to other people. You could actually see people, someone in Indonesia, someone in Indonesia actually suffering, and biologically you have a biological response. I mean, biological response to that kind of suffering. And so, is it possible? I mean, is this kind of loyalty okay if it's at the cost of other people? I mean, and what kind of tribalism is not? What kind of tribalism is not at the cost of other groups, especially when you live in a multicultural society like ours in Nigeria?
See, there will always be. You have to understand. I told you, someone said democracy is not best form of government because at the end of the day, idiots win the day. It will always affect. You just have to pray to get the right person. I sent you the link of that person. Germany's first Africa. You can check your Twitter. I sent it to you just now. They removed this guy not because he's not a good person or not competent, but because he's black. And it's a white zone. They removed the guy.
Yeah, but someone suffered, right?
When you say, oh, if we are choosing someone because of our ethnicity, won't it affect others? You understand?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not about won't it affect others. Either it's my ethnicity or other ethnicity.
And finally,
it's voting on that person. Because whatever decision that person makes, it's either it scatters the country or makes the country better. It's going to. You can't blame the followers for that. It's not about the tribe. The tribe is not responsible for that. Just like the North, they supported Buhari.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they were not happy with the way he led them, but they kept quiet because it's from their place. But I don't believe they are happy. But it's not their fault for choosing him. They loved him, they felt he would be better. And he couldn't deliver. So it doesn't mean that they are bigots. No. I told you, people choose who they know. You see? That's why I told you democracy is not best form of government. You, as like you are sorry, I've checked your account. You know sorry. Some people I said they don't like sorry ideology because they're always talking about revolution. That doesn't make them a bigot. And that doesn't need to make you that you
but actually, wouldn't it, if you were to actually judge someone just by the ethnic group they belong to? I mean, if you were to say, I'm not voting for Peter Obi, or I'm not voting for Tinubu, I'm not voting for Buhari because it's Hausa, wouldn't that make you as an individual like a bigot if you were to actually say no? This person is from an ethnic group.
Let's check the meaning of bigot. This word people use on social media.
Yeah.
I'm on the
At least let me not call it bigotry for now. Let me call it tribal. Wouldn't that make it tribal?
I told you there's nothing wrong with being tribal. We've solved that part.
But okay, you said there's nothing wrong with being tribal, but is it?
So, let's go with the word bigot. No, don't worry, there's no problem. Let's go with the word. Bigot, meaning a person who is obstinately or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or faction, especially one who is prejudiced
against the person
based on their membership of a particular group. I think that English is stupid. Let me show that.
That's bigotry. That definition is okay.
Yeah, one who regards or treats a member of the social racial with hatred and intolerance. I think that's what we should focus.
So, what about the prejudice?
No,
like
let's
prejudice towards someone.
Intolerance. Let's deal with the word hatred and intolerance. Now, you know that a lot of Nigerians don't even like the Hausa people. They call them Abuki, right? Even the people that are shouting Peter Obi to dinner, they call those guys cow now, right? They call them cow when Buhari was there. Now, because you want to vote now, because you want to become your friend, So those people now tomorrow that they tell you that they too don't want to come to you because remember you called us cow. You now say they are bigots. That's not the point. You see, you don't see nobody has right to call anybody bigots because there's no how your intolerance will not come in when it comes to politics. I just sent you something. These are Sena people.
But no, it is not. The Germans are not the measure of what I actually find. What I actually define as what.
No, I'm not using them. I'm just telling you this is the reality of humanity.
It is not. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. To me, it doesn't have to be. That was the time when people actually believed that slavery was human condition and it would never go away. Isn't it possible for just us not just to decide that? No, I would actually look at. Of course, tribalism.
So you see,
is natural.
There's some things you can't remove from humanity. You can't speak it.
And you're just saying tribalism is something that is actually part of it.
That's what I'm saying. Tribalism, you can't remove tribalism from people. People are so connected to their people. You can't remove it. There's no how intolerance, prejudice will not come in. Even in some jobs, in some companies, some international companies, whatever. It will always come in. Some people, it is religion for them. They're not a Muslim. Some people marry, they won't give you their daughter because you're not a Muslim. It is part of humanity. You can't do anything about it. No matter how you fight it tomorrow. All you just have to do, respect people's choices. Now, politics is game of numbers. So if I can beat you, then let me become popular and see if I can beat the game. I don't have to fight you and say because you are a bigot for not supporting my candidate. For saying that alone, that makes me a bigot too.
No. Of course, the people have stretched the word. People have stretched the word.
The moment I say, "Oh, because you're not supporting my candidate, you're a bigot," that makes me
look. Because what about the reason why you are not supporting? If I say I'm voting for someone because of this person, and you just says I'm not voting for this person because it belongs to a particular tribe. I'm not voting for someone because he belongs to a particular tribe. You know. Isn't that prejudice? You know, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that prejudice?
Let me give you a simple story. Maybe it will help you. Now, if you are in a relationship with someone, they do it at least in different countries. Observe that a lot of blacks have faced a lot of prejudice because I face a lot of narcissists, and I go to a lot of interviews. You know, most of the countries I go, I try to engage in this conversation, and they tell you blacks are blah 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 blah. Now, why do you think what made up those conversations? Because of some blacks too. They've caught them into drugs. You check the crime rate. A lot of blacks have been caught being either rapists, thieves, or drug baron, or whatever it is. So 80% of white community made up their mind that this is who these people are. It will take a miracle for them to wipe out those mentality. Do you understand? So now, when it comes to election, and people say, we're not going to support, someone from Igbo say, I'm not going to support Hausa man, probably because of the mentality the person had about Hausa people. You won't blame the person. It's left for that person that is the Hausa leader that is elected to change that narrative.
So you know, if a person is judged, if that is actually a racist or a xenophobic reaction towards someone, we are not to judge the person, the racist or the xenophobist, if there is a word like that. We are to actually take it up to ourselves and to actually change that narrative, especially account or judge ourselves by the actions of others. You know, maybe others like us.
You know what I'm going with you? Like, I'm going philosophical with you because I want you to see things in a broader perspective, not with a limited mind. You know, because people look at things from just one single frame. You understand? And as I'm giving you all these examples, so that you have a broadened mind. So if you are supporting Shori, let's say I'm Igbo now, and you're not supporting Peter Obi, it doesn't make you a bigot. It doesn't make
of course, that doesn't mean it depends on the criteria I'm using to judge.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter your criteria. Even though you say I'm not going to support him because it's not Igbo, because it's not Yoruba, it doesn't still make you a bigot.
But isn't that prejudice? Isn't that prejudice? Maybe we should check the meaning of prejudice.
Prejudice. You know, we use words that we just feel like it's not prejudice.
How do you define prejudice?
I'm coming. It's what you believe in. Your belief. You see in the Bible they say, whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you perish. Is that not prejudice too?
I'm not religious. I haven't really processed that question before. So
that's what I'm telling you. I'm giving you. See, I'm giving you.
No, but it is an abstraction. I'm not judging anyone by their.
Yeah. I don't want you to be limited in your mind.
No, it's an abstraction.
No, I know. I'm not judging you. I don't want you to be limited with the word prejudice and think, oh, because
if I were to deny a Christian something because they believe in God, that would make me prejudice. That would make me prejudice. To me, that would make me prejudice. I shouldn't. An idea and a person, an individual are two different things to me. I mean, an idea and a Muslim and Islam are two different things. A Muslim is an individual. Islam is the idea. Islam is the abstraction. And
I'm not saying you judge by their religious standard. I just gave you a scripture in the Bible. What the Bible says. So if I were to follow this, your word prejudice, I don't like using word because these words are created by men also. You see, men, someone said do this and do that. Who made the law? Who said all these things? It's still man like me and you. Now you have to start challenging many things. That's why I'm telling you that there are so many prejudices in the world that even though we look into it, we can't even finish it. The best thing I tell people, respect people's choices. So if someone says he's not going to support Peter Obi because he's not Yoruba, it doesn't make him a bigot. That is his own ideology.
That is his own standard is by his loyalty to his tribe.
That is it, because he believes in his tribe. You understand? So you believe in your tribe. Let me say Yoruba person. I say no, that is wrong. I'm going to support Peter because of competence. Good for you. Your choice. That's what I'm saying. So we need to start challenging many things. That's what I'm telling you. That's how to use church, for example.
Okay, it is a difference in values, right? My value is, if someone says my value is loyalty to my tribe, my tribe is what I value.
Was I able to answer a prejudice question? I want us to go beyond words because
of course, we go beyond it. Words are important.
Yeah,
that's what it
is. In philosophy, we don't just look at words. People just use words anyhow. It goes beyond those meanings. Because it depends. When you come to different scenarios, the meaning of those words will not be effective. They will be useless in those scenarios. But it's easier to just quote those words out of context. As I told you that someone that does not know this guy, that does, okay, I'm going to support this person because I know this person and it's from my tribe. It doesn't make the person a prejudice. It's not just like a white person say, I'm going to support a white fellow. I'm not going to support a black fellow. Even though the black fellow is a good person. I don't trust this person. I know this person. It's make the person a racist. You understand? Now it's left for the person to come out, the black guy to come out, maybe if he gets elected, and change the mindset of these people. That's why I told you that competence is not even meant for human, because there's no human that is competent. Because I look at Obama, that's meant to be one of the best persons in Nigeria, in America, sorry. I can tell you for free, a lot of Americans, they hated Obama with passion. Even black Americans.
No, does the emotions actually make it true? Does it actually reflect on how you feel about something? Does it reflect on, or does it actually have a sway on their capability also?
Just go to the question.
Okay, I'm recording this again. Okay, yeah, this is 40 minutes.
Okay, so go on.
Okay, so I forgot. Can you remind me again what our last question? I asked you a question, right?
Yeah, I was talking about prejudice now.
Prejudice. Okay. What we were discussing was that once the people's values differ, it isn't. You can't actually define it as bigotry or prejudice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is my own opinion, because I've been able to see in the world. I told you I travel a lot. I've been to 145 countries, and I've seen people from
145 or 45.
45 countries.
Okay.
I've been to all the continents, So I've been able to see people with different culture. Sometimes what we see as bad in Nigeria might not be bad in another country. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So what you might be calling prejudice in one place, you get another place is a normal thing to them.
Okay.
Are you seeing? So the moment you open your mind to see life from different lenses, you will now understand life itself. So sometimes what you are beating your child for, another person is applauding the child for it. What matters is just having a sane society, not what you preach, not your own ideology. because your own ideology might stink.
Mm.
You know, by the time you get to the global stage or you move to another community, you're not able to survive in that community. So that's why I said all these words we use, bigot, prejudice. When you go deeper, you will not understand, or you have fresh knowledge and not even be able to understand and see life differently. You know, I don't want us to spend much time on that.
Okay,
So you can go
okay.
for your
Okay. What about your conservatism? What does Yoruba conservatism actually means to you? Because I saw you use the word quite a lot on your.
I use the word quite a lot. You know, I said Yoruba Runu. So I said I'm Yoruba Runu, you know. Yoruba Runu
Let us just focus on conservatism first before I go to Yoruba Runu, please. Yeah.
Okay, conservatism. Okay, conservatism is still about tribalism. Like I said, let me check the meaning of conservatism. Commitment to traditional values and ideas with opposition to change or innovation. You see? So when you are conservative, you don't want to change, you don't want innovation. But that's not my own kind of conservatism. My own kind of conservatism, I'm open to change, but must not go against my values. I'm open to progress. I'm not saying because I'm Yoruba conservative now, I'm not even married to a Yoruba person. So let's do that. You see, so that tells you that I'm not really deep conservative person like that. But my values and everything must be protected, because I've come to understand people lose their culture along the line in years to come. You know, people, they do want culture in Nigeria, which is very wrong, especially in Yoruba land. You see parents will not teach their children English. They'll be speaking, and they'll not teach them Yoruba. They'll be teaching them English. When we're at school, they will tell us vernacular speaking is highly prohibited. You see that slavery mentality. How can your language be highly prohibited in your country? What happened in such culture? If you give them 50 years, that language will fade if you're not careful. Are you seeing it now? So that's not my kind of progressive, because someone said, "Oh, be open to innovation." Come on, this is what.
So how do you decide what is the part of your culture that is what actually emulating? Just like, for example, there are many people in not in the north. I mean that even among Igbo people that in Anambra, that they are not supposed to marry this kind of person. I mean, from this tribe or this particular tribe, you know.
Yes.
That is a stereotype. Even I've seen it among Gwari in Niger State and other people, other ethnic groups like that. They're not supposed to actually marry these people, and honestly, they can turn into a fight. You know, but myself, I'm not dating a Nigerian. I myself, I'm not dating a Nigerian. So, I mean, my girlfriend is not Nigerian. So, how do you decide which part of your culture that is worth emulating? I mean, that is worth preserving, and the one that is not worth preserving? Mind you,
that's a very big question.
Please. I just want to remind you something you said the other time. Mind you, you said if we were to go to some place, you know, if we were to go to some place and their culture stinks to you or yours stinks to them, you are supposed to actually let it be. So how do you particularly actually decide what is actually the part of your culture that is worth preserving and the one that isn't?
Now, when it comes to your own culture, it's different from another person's culture. You know, there's when you go to room, you act like Roman. You don't try to carry your culture to that place and try to impose it on other people. They will fight, they will kill you. You understand? But there's something you said, you know, which is very striking. I don't know, I've forgotten. Oh God, you're talking about marriage. Okay, you talk about stereotype. Yeah. People see, when people say, look at in Dubai. You can't. Have you seen someone that said they married a Dubai lady?
They married a Dubai lady.
They will not allow you.
Why? Like, is this legal?
If you try it, they will even kill you. You can't marry them. It's not in their constitution. They won't allow you. Why? You know, I have to ask them, because I've been to Dubai several times. Why? You can't date these people. And they're always beautiful. They'll tell you that they have a goal for their country. They have a limited plan for their people, because they pay their people. They don't have such resources to spread around. So they love it when they are limited because their population, I don't think, is up to 3 million. Forget the people in Dubai, the real Dubai people. Forget the foreigners there. So they said the moment they start intermarriage or whatever, it expands. What happens?
Okay, the population would expand.
Resources. Yes, it will affect their resources, just like Qatar. So also in Luxembourg, the whole population of Luxembourg is not up to 1.5. I think 700,000. So they are limited. They are conservative. They don't want people to come into this place. It's a culture and it passed down to their people. So if you come and say you fall in love with one thing, they will either kill that child or they find something. So it's not stereotype. They have their own. If you see that this is what they want for you to be on the safe side,
how would you have felt it if you actually, you said you're not married to a Yoruba girl, or you're not married to a Yoruba girl? I mean, how would you have felt if
they don't allow me, if they don't welcome me there and they say it's not, I will leave. It's not by force. Yes, I'll be paid, but that is the fact. Okay. I told you have to be careful with words, using words anyhow. This is their own culture. They don't want to intermingle. They don't want to mingle with other people. It doesn't mean they're stereotyped. They might do business with you. They might do a lot of things with you. When it comes to marriage, they don't want their blood to be tainted. Some say it like that. So as I said, when you travel around, you have to understand people's culture and the reason where they're coming from. Before you now just start using words of people and just go without understanding the etymological, whatever it is, the story behind all these things. That's why I told you one factor. Why you see Dubai people, they will tell you they don't want to intermarry. Even to collect, you don't see person collect Dubai passport before. They don't even give their passports out. Highest they give you, what's this thing they call now? This is their permanent residence. There's one word they call it, I remember. That's what they give. Hush Puppy wanted to buy the passport, they don't give her. If Hush Puppy had received Dubai passports, America won't be able to extradite him to US.
Yeah.
You see a lot of things. He tried everything with all the money, they don't give him. You see what I'm saying? If they had given him now, would have been a Dubai citizen scamming people. You see a lot of things. So when these people make all these laws, they know what they are doing. The West now, they are regretting their being liberal. Look at UK now. Imagine the Muslims are saying they want Sharia in UK.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So this is why I see a lot of people say, you see, we told you people, you say you want to be liberal. Now look at what your liberal is costing you now. Your people are confused. You understand? So you won't blame them. You won't blame such people. That's why I don't like judging people. So that's
but you don't like judging people, but doesn't mean you're not being judged, right? Just like even though, for example, the front that the Black Americans representing in America, they believe that every Black person is actually that violent. I mean, every Black person, every Black society is actually capable of such violence. But yesterday, I was having a conversation with a white lady, who was telling me what I just said, that like Black societies, and I actually showed her the crime statistics in Ghana. Ghana doesn't have terrorism problem, and it is just a homicide rate in Ghana is about 1.5, 1.8% of the population. Even in fact, they had about 0.8 in this 2012 or so, and while Norway actually had 0.5% of homicide rate. So it is that close, it is that close to, as poor as Ghana is, people don't get it. People think, but as poor as Ghana is, and as rich as Norway is, the homicide rate is very close, So, but yet Black people get judged by, even though there are several factors that actually factors into. There are several things that actually factors into the homicide rate among Black Americans in America. People from Sub-Saharan Africa, everyone does get judged by that kind of appearance. I'm not saying now that kind of trend. Wouldn't it just be better for us all to actually judge? You see a Chinese and actually judge a Chinese by their individual characteristics. I say a Chinese, I see a beautiful lady, a Chinese beautiful lady, and I judge her by their individual characteristics. I see a Yoruba man, I see an Igbo man and I
That's
say,
what
wow, this
Martin
is
Luther King said.
an
He said, I want a
individual.
country where people will judge by the context of their character, not by the content of their skin color. That's what he said, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact remains, I just told you, there's some things you just can't. It's so hard because it's humanity, you know. So no matter how we preach this thing to people, do not judge them by where they come from. Judge them on who they are. But if you go to Sweden, for example, if you visit Sweden, because you're a black man, police will stop you on the road like 5 times. You didn't do anything. You just be stopping you asking for your permit.
I've experienced prejudice in foreign countries before. You know,
you won't blame them. No, Sweden own is different. It's so special. You won't blame them because a lot of black people they don't have rest, they don't have papers. So you see what I'm saying? So when you've met like out of 400 blacks, you've met like 300, they don't have papers. How are you gonna make up your mind? This is who these people are. So that's why I see anytime they see a black in Sweden, police will stop you. They want to check your papers. It's not something they are meant to be doing every time. But because of their past experience. So you see, it's so hard. So it's easier for us to say these things like, oh, judge people for when they don't do that. It's a lie.
No, yeah. For example, for me personally, I've seen the rate of killings that white people have done, of outsiders in several countries. I mean, I don't mean in-house inferiors now. I don't mean in-house people. I mean, just look at the number of people that have been displaced by Western civilization or have been killed by Western civilization.
Yes.
In the past, let me just say 20 years. Look at 50 years. Look at 100 years. Look at 200. Look at 500 years. And look at the number of bodies that have been piling up by Western civilization, and that still continues to be piled up by Western civilization.
Now, do you know why?
I never judge a white person by saying, "Wow, this is the face of the devil." You know.
No, do you know why you could not judge them? They have a very good. They know how to sell themselves very well. Our people, if white person come to our country, then we will be worshiping them. You understand? So we see ourselves as inferior stock. So I'm not a fan of any of this skin color, whatever it is. But I'm just telling you, it is what it is. No matter how you say it, it's an ideology passed from generation to generation.
Okay.
Because that's just for conservative. So conservative, like I told you, I'm a conservative person, but I'm open to progress. But progress that will not change my people's heritage.
Okay.
To you, it might be bad. That's your edict. Just like worshiping of Ifa. I don't worship Ifa. I'm a Christian. But I don't want you to come and tell me that Ifa people are bad people. This is their own tradition. So that leave it for them. Respect them for what they do. Don't come and tell them that they are demonic, they are devilish. Don't do that. I'll come for you. Respect them for who they are, even though I don't practice Ifa.
Yeah, you understand. I understand. Yeah.
It's their own culture. When we respect people's culture and heritage, the world will respect you more. You see, look at the Chinese, they preserve their culture, you see the way they dress. They have this thing. You know, they don't joke with their culture. Indians also, Arabs, because culture makes a society. This one is affecting the West. They've lost their culture. So they are just doing anything. Tomorrow, someone just wake up LGBTQ plus, just adding different things. They've added plus. They'll be adding to it. They're confused. They've lost their culture. There's nothing wrong in being a gay or whatever it is. You know, even though I don't believe in that idea, but I don't judge people for what they do with their body. But the moment is you don't have limits. You're just coming up every day with different things. Pure group, whatever. I don't want to change the conversation.
Okay, of course, I understand.
The fact is conservative. There's nothing wrong with
it. Okay.
It depends on how you handle it. You know, someone made a post yesterday that you are conservative and terrorists. Are you stupid? How you say that? That people are conservative to their culture. Do you even know the meaning of conservatism?
Yeah, that was the reason why I asked us to actually spend so much time on definitions, because people just don't know how to actually
they just use words anyhow. You understand? So they don't know. That's why I said I want us to jump to Rolu. You know.
Okay, yeah. That was my next question.
Look at another definition of conservatism before I go to Rolu.
Okay.
Conservatism is a cultural, social, and political philosophy and ideology which seeks to promote, preserve traditional institutions, customs, and value. Yeah. This is Wikipedia. And one is saying commitment to traditional values and idea with opposition to change. You see, what will have different meanings in different places. This one is speaking good about conservatism. This one is speaking like against. I say, which seeks to promote, preserve traditional institutions, custom, and so. But someone does say conservative are terrorists. That's by the way. So for Yoruba Ronu, like I said, Yoruba Ronu is not a movement. It's just a wake-up call for the Yorubas. It's not an hype-up. Like some people are saying Yoruba Ronu are hype-up. Is that trying to compare? It's not an hype-up. Yoruba Ronu are not telling people in Igbo land who to be their governor or Hausa people. Yoruba Ronu are just saying that the resources in Yoruba land should be known for the citizens. Yoruba people must benefit from it. You must respect Yoruba people in their land. You can't be doing business in Lagos State that has helped you to thrive. A lot of all these guys that came to Lagos with nylon bag, they are big boys today.
Some of them actually came to Lagos with limousine also, you know.
We'll see come to that part. The ones that came in nylon bag, they are big today. You don't come tomorrow and say they are they are bad people, they are bigots. The one that came in limousine, because the place is thriving, that's why you could come there. You could have stayed in your place. Nobody grows business in a toxic land. There's some countries I can't live in that country. Even when they give me money, I can't live in Iraq. I can't live in Iran. I can't live in Afghanistan. You go to places, I can't live in the north. I served in Zamfara State. I can't live there because of their ideology. Doesn't mean I hate the Hausa people. But I just can't live there. So if you know you don't like Yoruba people, instead of complaining, pack your things and leave.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah.
It is related to what you just said just now. Like Zamfara State. What was it you saw in Zamfara State that like when
Zamfara State they have Sharia law.
Okay.
I can't live in a state that is highly religious, Sharia law. I can't live in a state whereby I'll be scared of buying alcohol. Maybe one person come and beat me up. I can't live in a place whereby I won't be free to talk about Allah. Because if I talk about Allah, they can stone me and kill me. These are the ideologies. So instead of me complaining, I got job when I finished my NYC in Zamfara. I rejected the job offer.
Okay. I thought you said
I can't live there because of their weather. They have a very terrible weather there.
It is that.
So when you see a place you are not okay with them, instead of complaining and making them feel like shit, you don't talk that at them. You are in Lagos, so you are doing your business. You start saying they hate you, but the Lagos, you can't leave the Lagos. Are you not confused? You're not telling them that you now went out and say Lagos is no man's land. You see how stupid these people are. But what language are they speaking in Lagos? Are they speaking Hausa? They're speaking Yoruba. It's a Yoruba land. You all know that, but because of your devilish agenda, you now went as far as say you want to impose your person there. One person was Shinedu in 2019. In 2022, he became Badebo. He has an agenda. Someone was talking about his own tribe, calling them Afonja. And he said his father is Yoruba. No, it's not about
I agree with you. Something I want to actually tell to the group is this. What the listeners, this is something I know I have to be cautious about my opinions on this chat, but this cohabitation is actually very important to us as a country. You know, what he just said, what my guest just said, is actually an important thing. Calling someone Afonja is an expression of it. You know, when you say you are calling someone Afonja, it is actually because you despise them as a group. And if you are Igbo or Hausa and I said something hateful to you, you wouldn't want to vote for me either. So I don't think this particular topic that will continue to stretch about GRV being Yoruba or not. I don't care if he's Yoruba or not. He saying that word is actually because he distances himself from the identity.
Sorry to cut you. Apart from that,
it's okay.
This is a guy that went on TV and said, I don't speak Yoruba. I don't believe in Yoruba.
I don't think in Yoruba.
That's why I don't think in Yoruba. Do you know what that means? You have lost the people. That means you're not connected with these people. No matter how bright your ideas are, you will not deliver to them. Because you don't. It is
even the death expression that is a thing for me. If there are many things people say online about people that I think is wrong. I mean that are actually hateful. I wouldn't say something hateful to you. Imagine saying something like that, you know, and you're expecting me to actually say you vote for me because you believe that you have a bright idea. It is asking for too much.
You don't have any bright idea. I just told you earlier when we started this thing, there's nobody that is competent. Forget this English language.
Of course, that would be more conversations on this topic. I'm very sure.
See, look at Jesus when he came to the world. He was a good man, but Jesus could not do much. Why? Because he's one man. No matter how competent you are, you have to understand it's democracy. You work with people. If people do not align with your ideology, to fail. No matter how you push it to them. Peter Obi is in Labour Party. Is Labour Party good today? Look how obedient. So imagine Peter Obi as the president now. Is that the one Nigeria will turn to? He cannot even handle Labour Party as a party. Look at the obedient. They are accusing themselves of stealing money. These are the people that tell you they want to change Nigeria.
I understand. The people are corrupt.
What that tells you is that people's competence cannot change others. So I don't like when you talk about competence because there's nothing like that. If you can be competent, I might not follow your ideology and you employ me, I will fail. And you will fail, I'll make you fail because if I fail, you fail. That's the point. The party is in shambles today and is in that party and you want to change Nigeria. The movement, he claimed that obedience is from Labour Party. Look at the movement again. The movement is filled with corrupt people. You said obedience is from Labour Party. Obedience is corrupt. Labour Party is corrupt. Are you seeing it? So when people tell you, they don't, so I don't say anything wrong with you, Baron, because they say, respect us in our home. See, I don't want to mention names, you know.
You can go ahead and mention names, I don't care.
No, I'm going somewhere. Look at the wife of late Ondo State Governor, Akiti. You know?
Yeah.
His wife, that's Betty. She's from Imo State. Do you know that woman contested for election in Imo State? They didn't give her the tickets. They said because she married in Obama. I'm telling you, in fact, you can Google it. She's Igbo because she married a Obama, give her tickets. But you want to come and Lagos people you want Igbo people to come and rule Lagos State. What kind of double face is that? Yoruba are not telling you that Obama should go and Delta Abia State. Why should you come and tell Igbo to come and rule Lagos State? And they are saying no, you are saying they are bigots. Are you not stupid? Yoruba is not telling you what is going on in your region. Why should you be telling them what should be happening in that region? A lady came up with a challenge that, oh, Ogun State, fixed road. I applauded the movement. I said, this is good. And people now say, okay, you received the right attention, right? They called you to the TVC. You know the lady, right?
I know the wow, so.
Yes. So you received the right attention. They invited her to TVC. The government spoke up. And we saw a lot of movement moving on. And people now say, okay, wrap this thing up, baby girl. Focus on the state you came from. You are from Borno State. You say you cannot talk about your state because they will burn it down. Oh! Can you imagine?
What did you say? You say she can't talk about her state. Oh.
Yes, she can't talk about her place because they know where they will burn it down. I see double face action. But you're telling other people that they should have to fix road. And they responded, not by killing your people. People now say, okay, use this momentum now to help your state. Your state is in shambles. People are running away from local government. You say you cannot talk about it because most of them know where you stay, so they will burn it down. This same you now, see, come and call those people that you call their road, you call them terrorists. But you can't call the people terrorists because you know they will. Are you seeing the hypocrisy at work?
It is double standards.
That is it.
Double standards.
So, you see, that's why you see people, when you call people, no matter how bright your intention, people try to fact check you. The moment they see a comma in your history, they know that this one has an agenda.
So what do you think about this idea? Wouldn't it be better? I mean, better for the cohabitation of us all if I can actually equally criticize the governor of Imo State the way I can criticize the governor of Ondo State the way I can criticize the governor of
yes, you can criticize them. Okay, one guy posted today that people are protesting in Abia State that Alex Oti has not paid
11 months salary.
Yes, look at the obedient and some Igbo people, they say it's a sponsor thing. Are you seeing the hypocrisy? Go and look at the comments. But if it's Sanwo-Olu, you see them shouting all about it. This is why I see people are conservative, because they are seeing all these body languages. When it comes to your region, when you talk, I made a post today about Nnamdi Kanu saying they should burn down Tinubu's hotel, they should go after Sanwo-Olu. And someone is coming over the Twitter saying that, and I said, Tinubu must not release Nnamdi Kanu because of this statement. This is hate speech to other tribe. There's nothing wrong agitating for a nation. But the moment your agitation is all about hate about other people, do you understand? Then it is wrong. These people are not, they've not done anything to you. They don't live in your region. You are saying they should go and burn it down, kill all the police there in another person's state, another person's region. And one idiot came under that post and said, focus on your land. Focus, leave Nnamdi Kanu out of your mouth. You just start talking about these people. You have an account on social media. Talk about the wrong.
How much of it do you think is just plain stupidity? Because people express stupid opinions, and Nigeria is not short of stupid people. And how much of it do you think is organized? How much of it do you think is stupid opinion, and how much of it is organized?
This is their mindset from their leader to the bottom. Ohanize came outside and said they developed Lagos. Do you know what that statement is?
I have a friend, his name is Chibuzo, and he's another guy. I mean, because he listens to all my work and everything I do, he probably will listen to this, and he's 40 plus. I call him Chibuzo because that's the best way to actually express his tell you about him. Yeah. But he's a big guy, older guy, it's 40 something plus. And he's a big guy, and he's a big man, and I actually respect him. But he's not like this. I mean, he's very respectful in our discourse. We work together. I haven't met him, but we've had contracts. We've worked together for about 2 years now, and we've never met each other once. Yes. Once. And we still have a contract we are both working on right now, and and we've never met. So there are people like that. That are actually just fine people, remarkable people that you work with, that are
actually great people. See, we have to understand that great people in every region and there are bad people in every region. No region is perfect. And you know what I'm talking about, Yoruba. That's how we relate to that. What Yoruba only just saying, respect the Yorubas. Yoruba only is not telling you what should happen in Igbo land. The Igbo people are trying to put mouth in Yoruba politics, and it's annoying to them. They say, a whole Ohanize leader came on TV and said, you fix Lagos. And people are telling that you're here to fix your home. Charity begins from home. But you're saying you fix Lagos. It's an insult. You see a lot of videos of these, their leaders coming online. See a pastor saying on the TV that without us, some people will suffer. One Yoruba man is, one terrible man is bigger than 12. These are hate speech. And you don't see that. Even Peter Obi himself said one trash on the TV. He said, Igbos, you can see how Igbos are. They are the one that love Nigeria more. And the interviewer said, why? He said, because Igbos are everywhere doing business. Can you imagine that kind of statement? So because I don't do business in Igbo land, I don't love Nigeria. That's a stupid statement. It's an hate speech. So these people, they don't love you. That's the fact. But not all of them. Because I have a lot of Igbo friends who are great people. But these people, you can see, 80% of them, most of the ones that grew up in Southeast, that was born and bred there, they have this hate speech throughout other regions. They've been fed. This is what Nnamdi Kanu does. Today, Nnamdi Kanu is a hero. If you listen to Nnamdi Kanu podcast, you will be so peaceful in your spirit. This guy displays a lot of hate speech towards the Yorubas, insult the pastors, insult the Yorubas. These people are not the reason for the failure in your zone. The last time I checked, the governor of Abia State is Igbo man. Their king is Igbo man. The person who represents them at Senate is Igbo man. How is Yoruba your problem? So Yoruba, they say, okay, we have seen this game. Because Yorubas, let me tell you something. Yorubas, we are very liberal. Let me say with you. My friend married an Igbo lady. And he told me what he faced. But I don't want to go into that.
Of course, I understand.
So, but you see, Yoruba people are very liberal. See, if Lagos State, I keep telling you, Lagos State is Igbo land. All the rights that Igbos are having in Lagos, you won't have it as a Yoruba man in East. It's a fact. I'm telling you the fact. We were on a space, someone said something that I don't even want my state to be like Lagos State. And someone said, why? One Igbo guy. The Igbo guy said, I don't want to sell my father's land. So to them, as you are selling your land to them, they think you are stupid. And this is why they gaslight you every day. And this is why I see it in their language. They develop your region. Because to them, they say you are stupid. You are selling your land. But when you respond, they call you bigot. It's out of hypocrisy. If you're not smart to see through the lens, that's why I saw these people call you bad bots. They're stupid. You see what a lot of things they're doing to them. Look how they did to Akinto Gate and all of these guys. Do you understand? So a lot of us now be able to understand this thing. Yoruba only is not an hate speech. It's not an hate towards other tribe. We are not saying hate the Igbos. No. We love every tribe. But if you are Yoruba land, you must respect the Yorubas. Do business in Yoruba land, respect them. The moment you try to disrespect them, you see the other side. Respect the Yorubas. You know, if you want to intervene in their politics, if it's this what they want, don't come and say anything there. Don't come and say, oh, this is who we want. If they say this is the person, if better you quit, don't join them. I don't join the politics of the country I live in. I don't intervene. Whoever they want to pick, that's their edict. I'm not their citizen, even though I have another passport. But I'm not their citizen. I have to respect them. I have to respect their views. They know the person better than me. So they say they don't want this person. Instead of joining them, let me lead them to whatever they want to do. If I'm not okay with the country, I carry my bag, I live there. Are you getting it? So this is just what Yoruba is all about. Yoruba, they are not saying they want to start a war or something, or they hate Igbos, or they hate other. It's not only Igbos that is in Lagos State now. Why are they making noise so much? They want to fix roads. They want to demolish. You come and be crying that the hate of Igbos is too much. Okay, you think the hate of Igbos? Oh, yeah, live in Lagos now. Sure. I'm a Yoruba person. I can't live in Lagos. I have properties in Lagos. Anytime I go to Nigeria, I'm always in Abuja. Because Lagos is too short for me. I used to work in Lagos. But when I left Nigeria, I made my mind I can't live in this place. Does that mean I hate the Yorubas? So if you think you hate the Yorubas, why are you still there? Carry your thing and live there now? It's greed. I don't say they tell you that they developed we had back. It's greed. They are greedy people. It's greed that makes you stay in a place that you know that you think you are not loved. Leave the place. You are not a tree. But because you are greedy, it's not because they do business in another place. See, let me tell you something. They are agitating for Biafra. If they give them Biafra, I give you 3 months, the whole Biafra will scatter. Because Igbos, they do a lot of competition. I know a lot of them are my friends. They have this spirit of competitive thing among themselves. This one don't get best. Me say, guy best. Me was buy Jeep. When you're in Yoruba land, we just want to party, send our children to school, and have a wonderful life. Do you understand? We don't carry all this. We don't worship money. They worship money. Are you getting it? So that's why Biafra can never work. If they give them Biafra, 3 months they will scatter. Because they can't, see, they thrive in other regions. They don't thrive in their region. That's why I see they don't stay in their home. They leave, they go outside. You understand? So they can't, the Biafra thing will not work because they will fight each other. They don't even love each other. They don't love themselves. Because there's so much competition. They go home at December to go and do show off. Who get money pass? That's what they go and do in December. They don't have industries at home. They're just building. After that, they don't resume back to wherever they're going to. So December is coming again, and they'll show saying that we get money pass. It's not about competition to them. So how do you want such people to build a nation? Are you getting it?
Are you saying this? I haven't. It will take us too much time to actually argue with characteristics, but you said a spirit, spirit of competition. Are you saying that these things are metaphysically ingrained or they are cultural?
It's cultural. It's their culture. They love it. They worship money.
Okay.
Money is key to them.
Okay. All right.
That's why they tell you they're industrious, because they love money. So they can do anything for money. I'll
bring you back, okay?
South Africa.
Is that okay if I bring you back?
Okay, the team want to time out.
No, yeah, of course. I mean, not now. I mean, I want us to end the conversation right here. I mean, is it okay if I actually bring you back at some other time? Like, I mean, maybe another date or so.
Yes, we can. But before we go, because this is going to end in 2 minutes for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Just who's the right now? Joe Barolu, like I told you. They are not telling you what you should do in your land.
But of course, are we? Yeah, of course, are we?
So what Joe Barolu stands for?
Yeah.
They are not saying they hate other tribes. They just want to protect their right. You understand? So if you are going to, you can do business in Yoruba land, but do not disrespect them. If you know you don't like them, leave the region. Stop propagating hate. Stop doing a victim cry. They hate us, they hate us. Leave the place. I don't understand which kind of people is this. Leave the place. I told you there's some countries I can't live there. I hate crying when there's something I can fix. But your greed cannot make you leave the place. Someone say, oh, I've started business here. Oh, Ghana, you go start business. Leave the place. If you die today, you won't carry the business. But it's your greed that won't make you leave the place. So that's just it. So Yoruba road, like I told you, Yoruba politics for Yoruba people. Igbo politics for Igbo people. Hausa people. When we come to national center, okay, whoever has the game of numbers win the election. You understand? I supported Goodluck Jonathan 2011. It's Goodluck Jonathan Igbo man and Yoruba man. So if I don't support Peter Obi, it doesn't make me bigger. Tomorrow, 2027, I can support another person. I even be an Igbo man. If it's someone I know very well, that I trust. But if I don't know you, I don't trust you, I'd rather go for another person I know. No matter how they bring your profile to me, I don't know you. Because people package fake things on social media now.
All right, bro. So thank you so much. Honestly, I really respect I respect you accepting my invitation to actually converse about this. I really do. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks so much.
You have a great day, okay?
Yeah, you too. Nice speaking to you.
Yeah, thank you.